Do not listen to the people in your circles. You should be saving for retirement. Don't mess this up. Please start investing right now, please. Welcome back to the channel, guys. You already know it's time for another Reddit recap. Today we're gonna be in our personal finance, going over Redditors' various personal finance issues that they've got going on. So without further ado, let's just dive right into it. Ooh. And it looks like we got a juicy one right off the bat. What is your unpopular opinion about personal finance? Coco Frosty said being financially free doesn't always mean you gotta leave your full-time work. Some people thrive in employment. That is very true. Being financially free just gives you options. I think that everyone should do something that they enjoy so that they can find fulfillment. But if your finances are taken care of, you can work because you want to, not because you have to. Curry for Real said business is not for everyone. Some are better in the 9-to-5 grind. You should have a special set of skills, network, or passion for you to pursue a business endeavor, and even then, your business may fail. Very true. Being an entrepreneur is not for everyone. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of risk. And there are a lot of 9-to-5 jobs that are absolutely great that people love, and that is great. Okay, just looking at this, I thought it was gonna be a little more juicy, so we're gonna move on. All right, Personal Finance Canada said, what unconventional personal finance tip has worked well for you? Ooh, I like this one. No more online purchases on a Friday. I noticed almost all my impulse buys were on a Friday, so I decided to note the item, and if I still wanted it on Monday, then go ahead. Sounds silly, but it works for me. I really like this. The endorphins are flowing on Friday. You're feeling good. It's a lot easier to spend money. I do something similar that's not tied to the day of the week, but if I really want something and it's more than like $100, I'll make myself wait like 4 weeks until I buy it. And if I still want it after 4 weeks, I'll go ahead and get it. Most of the time, I don't want it anymore, so I don't end up buying it. All right, this one says, if I need to borrow money to buy something, it just means I cannot afford it. I completely agree with this, and I think that's unconventional in the normal world, but in the personal finance world, I think a lot of people would agree. All right, let's move on. All right, this next post comes from MegEgg441. What do you do when you have no savings? I, female age 20, have been moved out since I was 18. My mom is abusive, so there is no way I can go back to living with her. I am in school full-time and working. I'm in an apartment with a roommate. I have moved out for 2 years and I am finally able to build up $3,000 in savings. My car is broken and needs a $2,000 fix. My laptop just and my dog just got an ear infection, so the entirety of my savings will be gone once I deal with these things. It took me 2 years to build up these savings. I felt at peace having a little bit in savings, even though it wasn't much. How do I learn to not feel in a constant state of stress with zero savings? What happens if another huge financial issue comes around? So it looks like this individual is going to school full-time and working, which is really good. And I know this is tough for students, especially someone probably working part-time. This is why I recommend having 3 to 6 months worth of emergencies saved up. $3,000 is a great start, but it's definitely not a fully funded emergency fund. So for this person, I would say budget as best you can, right? Break out every item every month and make sure you're putting something away into savings, and don't do anything frivolous until you have that emergency fund saved up. I would definitely say replace the laptop. That definitely needs to happen. You can't really function in this world or make any money without a laptop these days. And yeah, build up an emergency fund. And if this individual feels like they need it, I think therapy would be a great option if they're dealing with stress from this or dealing with stress from things that happened in their past. So therapy is always a good option. All right, from Adam Duke 88, working 2 jobs and still can't afford to pay my bills. So I've been working 2 jobs for a little over a year now, a full-time and a part-time. Full-time reduced my hours and I can't work more at the other job. It's now getting to the point that I can't afford my bills and I'm starting to worry. After taxes, I make about $2,600 a month. My rent is $1,250. I pay $100 a month for my phone, another $100 for insurance, another $1,100 in credit card and loan payments, and also roughly $200 for gas, $300 for groceries. At this point, I'm over my income by a few $100 and I literally have nothing extra for emergencies. I'm getting deeper into debt by having to use my credit cards as well as to cover gas and groceries when I need to. At this point, is it better to attempt bankruptcy or just stop paying certain bills? If I get sued for garnishment, how much do you think they'll take out of my check? Any help or advice would be greatly appreciated. I definitely would not recommend bankruptcy. I wouldn't recommend not paying the minimum payments on any loans due. This situation is definitely bad and it needs to be corrected, but it doesn't strike me as worthy of a bankruptcy. What needs to happen first, this person needs to fix their income. It sounds like they had a full-time job and then a side gig, and it sounds like the full-time job is no longer full-time. So this individual needs to try as hard as they can to find another full-time job that pays just as well, or potentially find something that pays even better. I would recommend finding what they love to do, getting trained and certified, and then hitting the job market. The job market's still pretty good. I know it's not perfect, especially for some of the higher paying jobs, but there's still options here for this person. So I would say income, number 1, has to be addressed. Number 2, we gotta pay off this debt. So once the income's up and we have enough to start paying off debt, I would recommend doing the debt snowball. So lining up debt from smallest amount to largest amount, Pay minimum payments on everything, but then knock out the smallest one. Once that's done, you move on to the next, and so on. I think once this individual gets their income up and gets out of that debt, I think they'll feel a lot of relief, but there's not that much that can be done on that income with those expenses. So the income's gotta be addressed first. Ooh, an investing question. I love these. All right, how much should I be contributing towards retirement? Hi all, I'm an age 25 female with zero debt, live at home, so my only expense is transportation. Everything I make, I put in savings toward buying a home. I was getting paid weekly, $1,056. After reading so many posts about people saying you need to start saving for retirement early on, I changed my contribution from 0% to 6%. My company offers a 10% match in a Roth. After making this change, my take home went down to $972 a week. According to my retirement balance, I contributed $90 and my employer contributed $9. My biggest issue is justifying putting money towards a retirement fund that is only 4 years away when my goal is to save as much money as possible and have a down payment for a home as soon as possible. I feel like I'm losing out on $300 a month so that I could be putting towards saving for a home right now. However, I keep reading that people regret not starting their retirement fund sooner. So I'm trying to figure out how much to contribute. So I'm balancing the two to where I can contribute towards retirement without hinging on my current, more immediate goals. I appreciate any feedback, honestly, because everyone in my circle says they're not saving for retirement. They don't worry about money and that I just started working, so I shouldn't even be thinking about retirement. Do not listen to the people in your circles. You should be saving for retirement. I recommend that people save at least 15% of their income before putting any money towards purchasing a home. The people telling you not to invest and not to retire do not understand the concept of compound interest. You are in the best decade of your life with regards to compound interest and saving for retirement. Let me pull some quick numbers. So if you contributed 15% of your income from right now, age 25, which is roughly $600 a month, until age 65 when you retire, you would have $3.3 million. Let's say you just wait 5 years to start doing that. That $3.3 million drops all the way down to $2 million. After just 5 years, it drops by almost a third. And let's say you wait till you're 35, so 10 years, it drops to $1.2 million. So start investing now. If you wait 10 years, you're only gonna have a third of the retirement that you would have if you started today. So again, let me reiterate, do not listen to your circles. Start investing at least 15%. Start saving for a down payment on your home. Once you buy your home, up your retirement savings to 20 to 25%. So you are primed to have a great retirement. Don't mess this up. Please start investing right now, please. Okay, last one for today. All right, my ridiculously cheap rent has me feeling stuck in an area that I hate. I'm 31 and currently pay $750 a month for a modern 800 square foot 2-bedroom. I moved here in 2018 and somehow my landlord has never raised rent since. I make $88,000 per year, making rent about 10% of my gross income. I moved here 5 years ago at 26, and since I've left the relationship, friends have moved away and started working remotely. I don't have any friends or family within a 45-minute radius now, and there's just nothing to do here. There are other areas I want to move to that are closer to the people and things I love, but that means my rent instantly at least doubling while scaling back to a 1-bedroom. I become very comfortable in my current situation that whenever I look into apartments elsewhere, I can't help but think that it would be a poor decision to give up what I've been grandfathered into. On the other hand, I feel like time is passing and I'm missing out on what and where would make me happy. Would love to hear everyone's insights and or similar experiences. Okay, if your rent is only 10% of your gross income right now, that is very low. I recommend that your housing payment doesn't exceed 25% of your take-home pay. So let's say your rent doubles, okay, it's 20% of your income. That's fine. Now, if you were happy with your area, yeah, I would say stay there and invest the difference. That would be awesome. But if your quality of life sucks and moving is gonna make you happy, then move. Please, move today. The numbers make sense for you. You can afford it. As long as you're investing in your retirement and taking care of your other finances, you can afford to move, and you should. I know you're going down a bedroom, but I don't think that's worth your happiness. And honestly, if you're happier, I feel like you're gonna be more productive. I feel like you're gonna get more things done, have more career advancement, and you're probably gonna make more money in the long run anyway, just because you're gonna have more fulfillment, you're gonna work harder, and you're gonna be rewarded for that. So I say move. I would do it tomorrow or as soon as you can get out of your lease. I definitely understand where you're coming from. I just wanna make sure people are taking care of their finances at a certain level, but don't push it so far that you're ruining the quality of your life, because you're right, you're young. Life is short. Do what makes you happy. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. If you like this type of content, let me know down in the comments. If you have another subreddit you think I should check out, definitely let me know. And if you like this type of content and you like this channel, make sure to leave a like on this video and make sure to subscribe. Thanks.